When the lights come on, she's ready to rise. Donnelly steps up with faith in her eyes. Puzzle pieces fitting, stars up in the sky. With every prayer and song, she'll make your spirit fly.
She's got the voice that can heal the soul. Singing, gaming, she's on a roll. Star Wars battles to her prayerful light. Donnelly's shining through the night. Shine on, Donnelly's, you light up the way. Singing, praying, bringing hope today.
From puzzles to the force, you're always on. Donnelly's,
You're our shining song. In the game or the prayer, she's standing tall. With every step, she answers the call. Blessings in her heart, light in her soul. With Donnelly's, we're ready to roll.
raise your hands, feel the groove. With her faith and her love, you can't lose.
From the galaxy far to the prayers so deep, Donnelly's is the joy we keep.
Shine on, Donnelly's, you're the light we need.
With every song and every prayer you lead. From puzzles to the force, you're always on. Donnelly's, you're our shining song. Shine on, Donnelly's. Shine on.
OBS. OBS. Why? Why you change settings? It changed my settings again to the default. Polyglot, good morning. How are you feeling? Are you feeling any better? How's little Jojo? How's bro? Good morning, Mama Belle. Good morning, Kirby. Good morning, Soul and Lady Foes. Hope you guys are all doing well. I guess OBS must have messed with a bunch of my settings because apparently the music was really, really soft and I didn't notice that right away. That I don't know. I don't think there's a way. I think it's just a matter of me having to make sure that it's on the correct setting. Usually it happens after an update, but I have not updated OBS to the latest. That could have something to do with it, but I've also heard that the latest update is a bit buggy, so I'm very hesitant to go to the latest one. Melanie, good morning! How are you doing? You're feeling weak today, but your voice is already much stronger. Aww. Well, I'm definitely praying for you, Polyglot. Definitely praying for you. Aw, thank you, Melanie. I'm sure you look beautiful too. You are a beautiful person inside and out. Right? It would be so much easier in cases where it switches to the default like that. Like, come on, OBS. Like, I did not say switch to the default. I almost wonder, my computer ended up we had a power outage. That may have had something to do with it because we had a power outage and my computer was turned off in said power outage. So maybe in that whole thing, that could have been what did it. You went to a pumpkin farm yesterday where you had a corn dog, fries, and Dr. Pepper, and bought a pumpkin pie. Nice! You've come down with a cold. Oh, definitely praying that the symptoms remain mild. And no, I have not played Pokemon Z to A yet. I want to say that's the new one, yeah? Let me see. Let me do a little Google. Let me do a little Google. Pokemon Z to A. Yes, that should be, it looks like that should be the newest one. It releases, oh, it released yesterday. That reminds me, I need to FaceTime with my cousin at some point today because it is his birthday. So I need to call said younger cousin at some point today. Just launched yesterday. Nice! I typically don't go for a lot of the pre-releases. There are a couple that I'm making exceptions for. I am so excited for a new, let me go to my wish list, because I am so excited for 3 games that two of them I know are coming out soon, and one of them I don't know the release date of. The one I don't know the release date of is Gate Zero, and I am so excited for that one because you get to travel through Bible times. You're basically like this time traveler going back to the time of Jesus and getting to experience life like he did. And it was so cool. It sounds so cool. I am also excited for Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown and 007 First Light. I am so excited for both of those. The release date for Star Trek Voyager is unknown as of yet, but 007 First Light releases March of 26. So I am so excited for that. And an American Truck Simulator has Louisiana and Illinois that they have yet to announce. So I'm excited for all of those. Those are going to be fantastic. Aw, Jojo hasn't left your side except to go on a short walkie and play with bro, who went into town and got you an ohicha? Is that ohicha? Latte as a surprise. Oh, what's in an ohicha latte? I don't know if I've heard of an ohicha latte. I don't know if I've heard of that one. Is it good? What all is in it? Because I want to know. Because I know one of my friends yesterday was recommending a matcha with white chocolate and raspberry. And I'm like, oh, that sounds so good. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, man. So what do you guys have planned today? After stream, my mom and I, we're gonna... Oh, hojicha. Hojicha is a roasted green tea latte. This one has toasted sesame seeds in it. It's your favorite from this matcha shop we discovered last week. Ooh! Well, we are definitely gonna have to go there when I get to visit you. What does it taste like? So there's two places that said friend said that they make this. When Duncan has white chocolate available, because apparently white chocolate is a seasonal thing at Duncan. That makes me so weirded out, because Starbucks and Dutch Bros have that available like year round. And yet Duncan's over here like, no, we're gonna make that a seasonal thing, because yeah, we're not even gonna tell you the reason why. It's just gonna be a seasonal thing. And I'm like, but why? So we can get it at, I heard you can get it at Dunkin' when they have white chocolate, and you can get it at Starbucks. You plan on buying Suikoden 1 and 2 on Nintendo Switch, which is a 2025 game. It may be a remake or remaster of a PS1 game. Not sure, but you love the blend of Suikoden 1's regular battle music with the auto battle sound effects. Not so much Suikoden 2's regular battle music. Okay. So does the music from the first one kind of match that battle vibe better than the 1 and 2? Supposedly he was going out to get groceries. Instead he had the audacity to get you your favorite latte as a pick-you-up. Aww. He still got you your tissues though. I love it. Matcha plus white chocolate plus strawberry is a classic combo in the Japanese flavor world. Highly recommend. That is weird. You love Dunkin', but that should not be seasonal. Agreed, Soul. Agreed. I need to do a thing. There we go. However, be careful where you get your matcha. Cheap matcha tastes like grass. Proper matcha actually tastes good. That is a good point. That is a very good point. Now, Polyglot, you should notice something new when you message next. If not, refresh the page, because I did a thing for you. I've heard that matcha can end up tasting like grass, and so the few times that I've had matcha, I've gotten maybe a hint of that grass flavor. There it is! So, but yeah, thankfully the places I've gone have had matcha that tastes maybe just a hint like the grass, but it actually tastes really good. So either they put in enough flavoring that it covers that grass flavor, or they actually do it right. What you like to do is brew matcha, then add it to soda water with either lemon or lychee juice, and it makes an excellent soda. Ooh. Very cool. If I liked lemon, lychee juice sounds good though. I love lychee. That is such a good thing. If I liked soda water, that would be perfect. Shine bright like a diamond. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. So, you know that my mom and I are in a bowling league over the weekends, right? So in said league, there are two new teams, or newer teams, that just joined last season. And they both, whenever they get a strike, they have either a song that they sing, or they do kind of this ooh. And so that's how we know in the alley when they get a strike, is they'll either sing or they'll do their little woo. And so when we played them, since they joined during baseball league and we were the Diamondbacks, they gave us the song Shine Bright Like a Diamond. And so anytime we got a strike, ever since then, we've had to go, shine bright like a diamond in the sky. And it has been so much fun, and I love it. They have made that league so much more fun because of their energy. And I love it. I'm here for it. Matcha is an acquired taste for sure, you think, but cheap matcha absolutely tastes like grass. Right? Like I said, I've had it where it has just a hint of that. Like, it's one of those you can be like, that doesn't quite match the flavor profile of the rest of the drink. But eventually the rest of the flavors take over for that grass flavor. So maybe I've just gotten lucky with my matcha? Or strawberry juice, but lychee is better. Soda water is just bubbly water, so if you don't want the bubbles, turn it into a strawberry matcha latte instead. There we go. Half a teaspoon powder, a splash of water at 80 degrees Celsius. I beg of you, don't use boiling water or it will be bitter. Then add hot milk of your choice and syrup or juice. Ooh, I might need to try that. I just might need to try that. Because that sounds amazing. Do you think that matcha and... Well, no, I don't think that would work. I was gonna say matcha and peach, but I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. I can tell you right now, that's not gonna work. The easiest and safest option is to get a powdered matcha latte blend from an Asian market. Better taste, much cheaper, and all you need is hot water and milk. You think that might work? Yes! Oh, I love peach-flavored stuff, you guys. I absolutely love peach-flavored stuff. So, I want to get that in my life. I want to get that in my life. That sounds kind of tasty. Yay, I got you. I got you thinking of something delicious. Do you think that the local Asian market would have that? The one that's up the road from the hospital? That shares your name? Or should I say your nickname? Because maybe, just maybe, we might need to try and see if they have it. Cool! Thank you, Soul! Alright, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dive into prayer time. Ooh, once you're better, matcha latte or soda with a splash of peach nectar. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, it sounds better as a soda? Okay, okay. Just remember what we learned in my 6th grade science fair project. Always brush your teeth after soda, because otherwise it will eat up the enamel. That's true, it does kind of sound summery. It does. Huh. But it has much less sugar than DP. You are correct. Much less sugar than Dr. Pepper. Oh, polyglot. You need to message Dad and ask him, I heard something happened at your latest conference that you went to. Say, Donna says something big happened at the conference that you went to. Your orthodontist can tell which soda you were addicted to just by looking at your teeth. Was that Dr. L? Or is that an orthodontist over in France? You don't like tea unless it's Snapple, but you sort of like the taste of plum tea and peach tea. Peach tea is one of my absolute favorites. Absolute favorites. Something big at the conference that he went to. He went to a conference and he earned something. I'm with you there, Soul. I'm with you there. I'm very much not a fan of carbonation. And so between the carbonation, yep, no more spoilers, I promise. And Soul, once I get off stream, remind me and I'll text you what happened. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna text it to you now. Also, Soul, I watched that video you sent me and it was really, really eye-opening. There we go. No spoilers! Oh, don't worry. Soul's not gonna spoil it, I promise. But yeah, it has been a good week. It's been a slower week than normal. At least as far as work is concerned. Not as many requests, but I'm still in that Linux class. And so far it's been good. I'm slowly making sense of things. We learned this week about how to like make it where like certain people have permissions to do things. We learned about the read, write, and execute commands in Linux. So like who has permissions to read a file, who has permissions to write to a file, who has permissions to run or execute a file. And so you have like your hierarchy of the file owner group, and then other. And so figuring out how to give all of them the different permissions that they need. There's part of it that makes sense, and part of it that doesn't. And I'm still kind of sorting through that, and a lot of that is because my brain and math do not always get along. Wait, what? You're maxed out and can't hear anything? Are you sure, Dayhawk? How is it for everybody else? How am I for everybody else? 'Cause I'm showing myself at like, maybe when I'm talking, I'm showing myself at like half. I'm not even in the yellow yet. Can't stay, just wanted to drop in and say hi. Good morning, Dusty. How you doing? How you doing? How are you, Dayhawk? Oh, good, you're able to hear. Good. How are you doing, Dusty? I hope you're doing well. Is there anything I can pray for you about before you have to go? Oh, good. Good, Soul. I'm glad that you can hear. You got audio in another stream, but here it's nothing. That's so weird. Huh. Did you check the tab audio and the video audio? Just your stuffy ear. Yeah, I can relate to that. I grew up with chronic ear infections, and so I totally can relate to all of that. And you're so welcome, Soul. Thank you for sending it to me. That was some eye-opening stuff. Like, just like the person, just like the podcast host, I was like, wait, what? This is new info to me, you know? But it was eye-opening. Very, very eye-opening. You're very welcome, Dusty. I hope you have a good day. What do you have planned for today? So we're going to dive into prayer time. So if you have any prayer requests, please feel free to drop them below in chat. Welcome back, Mama Belle. How you doing? How you doing? You can drop them in chat, or you can use the one channel point, please pray for me redemption. and that will put it both in my chat box and in my activity feed right up here. Oh, I hear you there, Mama Belle. Praying for energy for you, my dear. My dear friend. I can totally relate to that. Especially on slow days, I can totally feel the energy flagging because I'm like not doing much and I'm like, okay, what am I doing? I'm tired. And so then I end up running over to McDonald's next door to work and I get myself some coffee. Or if I feel like a hot coffee, then I'll use my K-Cup. Out with Mom, about to eat and watch a horror movie. Oh, nice. Levi woke up at midnight, 2, and 4. You got no sleep. Oh. Please pray for the parental unit who lost his voice and prayers that you don't catch it as well. You got it, soul. You got it. We'll give it another minute or two for people to type in prayer requests that they may or may not have. Unspokens work as well. So for those unfamiliar with the term, unspoken is a way of saying, I have something that needs prayer, but I would like it, kept just between me and God because God knows what it is. And just not really, you may not be comfortable sharing. It might be something that's kind of sensitive or maybe gives away where you live or something like that. And so, if you're just for whatever reason not comfortable sharing, that's a-okay. You can always say unspoken, and I am more than happy to pray for the unspokens. I love this lo-fi music. I really do. Okay, ads audio is fine, but still nothing from me. Huh. Did you check the in-app video audio? Well, actually no, because if the ads audio is fine, then there should be something from me. Prayers for your sister-in-law. She's almost 2 weeks past her due date. If baby doesn't come on his own before Sunday, she'll be induced Sunday night. And your father-in-law had a massive heart attack yesterday and is in CCU. Oh, Mama Belle, no wonder. Between all of that and Levi waking up early, no wonder you're just exhausted. Wow. Alright, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and pray, and then we're gonna do a review of what we learned last week, and then we are going to dive back in to the game. Dear Lord, thank you so much for who you are and how much you love us. I ask that you be with us. Let us feel your presence, Lord, in a new and mighty way. I ask that you just be with each person here and let them feel your presence, Lord. Be with P. Polyglot and just continue to heal her, Lord. I ask that her fever breaks, that she gets her strength back. Thank you, Lord, for healing her voice. I ask that she's able to get the rest that she needs and that she's able to get everything done that she needs to get done. I pray for Soul, that she's able to understand everything that's taught in her class tonight, that she is able to, remember it all, that she's able to take it and apply it to what she's learned before, that it builds upon the foundation that she already has. We pray healing for her dad, who lost his voice, Lord. We ask that you just touch and heal him, and make sure that Soul doesn't lose her voice as well, Lord. I ask that you just be in that household, Lord, and send a healing over them, Lord. I ask that you be with Mama Belle. Give her energy for today, Lord. Help Levi be able to get any rest that he needs, and help her be able to get any rest that she needs, Lord. Be with her sister-in-law, who is 2 weeks past her due date, Lord. Help baby boy to come on to come on his own, and let her not have to be induced, Lord. And be with her father-in-law as well, Lord, who's in the CCU after a heart attack. Let her sister-in-law's delivery go smoothly, and let her father-in-law be healed, Lord. And be with her and Triple B Mike, Lord. And just give them peace and comfort. I just ask that you be with them, Lord. I'm going to go ahead and scroll back up a little bit to make sure. Okay. Lord, I pray over just a little Spark, who has a birthday coming up, that you give her the best birthday, Lord, and just be with her and her family, Lord, and keep them close to you always. I ask that you be with Kishu and her family, Lord. Thank you for her and Spark and their friendship, Lord, and for Soul and her friendship, and this amazing community that you've given me, Lord. And be with Lady Foes and Adaphos, and thank you for their friendship. I ask that you be with Lady Foes and Adaphos, as they, I think, are both working today. I ask that you just give them energy to get through today and get everything done. Be with Baby Foes. Be with Nugget and Coin Chip and Shopkeep. I ask that you just be with STL, Lord, and his headaches and his mental health, Lord. Be with Dusty Disciple. Be with Dreamer. Be with Bearded Beowulf. Be with Catherine Naomi and Legend of Zyro and Lotu and Tie-Dye Chef Dave and the Kratos family. I just ask that you be with Galaxy. Be with Wolfler. Be with just anybody who needs to feel your presence today, Lord. I ask that you be with any unspokens, Lord. Answer those according to your will. Anybody who's struggling physically, whether illness or injury, I ask that you be with them. Anybody who is struggling mentally, I ask that you be with them as well. Lord, I ask that anybody who needs to come to know you, Lord, that you make yourself more and more real to them. Open eyes and soften hearts, Lord. Be with the unspoken in my extended family, Lord, and just move mountains in that situation, Lord. I ask that you just be with my extended family member where he is. Put people in his life to bring him back to you. I ask that we have a fun time of fellowship today, and in your name I pray. Amen. Dave! How are you today, my friend? Made it through the hardest part of the year with minimal tears, which was your dad's birthday on Tuesday. Oh, I hope that you had a good day celebrating, even though it sounds like he's not with us physically. He's with you in spirit. Oh, I'm so glad you're wonderful. How are things with the, were things able to get rearranged with the person that you were going to meet up with? You have a wonderful day, Dusty, and you're so welcome, Soul. Alrighty, let's make sure this is ready to go. We're gonna pause the music. Long story there? Okay. If you would prefer, DMs are always open. I'm always here for you, my friend. Always happy to be that listening ear. So when we last left Caller X Malice, and while we do this, I'm going to update the category. Ooh, all is still very good on that front, doing lots of Bible study together. Fantastic! That is fantastic. That is the best way. The best way is to make sure that you are studying the Word. Oh, First Maccabees. I can't say that I've ever read First Maccabees. Still on Earth, just not on speaking terms. Haven't seen him in almost 9 years. Wow. Lord, we pray over Mama Belle and her dad's relationship, Lord. If there is any chance at restoration, Lord, I ask that you move any mountains that need to be moved to restore that relationship. But if that is not your will, if that is not what is best for Mama Belle, help her to continue to accept that, Lord, and do what she needs to do for her and her family, Lord. And in your name I pray. Amen. Galaxy, thank you for the lurk. Oh, okay. It's not in most Bibles, but it is in the Catholic Bible. Okay, yeah. I want to say I've heard of it in passing, just never had a chance to read it. I would be very interested because I've never really gotten into the apocryphal books. I think is what they're called. Is that what they're called? The apocryphal books? I'm currently working my way through the Protestant Bible in a year. And so today we read it's in the NASBRE. Okay. Gotcha. I think I also saw that in the New Revised Standard, or the NRSVUE, which is the New Revised Standard Version Updated Edition. You can probably hear all the talking in the background, so let's get updated real quick. So when we last left Caller X Malice, we were on our way to Ichika's brother's concert. Now, Ichika's brother, Kazuki, his band has a fan because of a certain member. Ishiki, I think is the name. Ishiki. And this person is a fan and had a bunch of extra tickets, is like obsessed with the band, wants everybody to hear it. Her brother wants nothing whatsoever to do with her. And she's much older, well, not much older, but like a few years older than him. And Ichika's kind of like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm just a big fan of the band. And refers to herself in the third person, which is interesting because not many people talk that way. And, let's see. So then she and Ichika and Enomoto go out on their first date, which was really, really cute. It was adorable. They had, they went to this little kind of almost hole-in-the-wall place. And Enomoto was like, but I wanted to take you somewhere really fancy. And she's like, but I just wanted this because it has pudding, and I've heard the pudding is really good. And he's like, okay, fine. And so then Hana, that's right, early 20s. Hana. Locking it in. Yeah, I think early 20s. That sounds about right. And so Ichika and Hana agree to meet during Ichika's lunch break to get a few tickets. And so they meet up after her date with Enomoto, which was adorable. They enjoyed their pudding, they got some really deep conversation, and it was really fun. And then she goes and meets up with Hana, gets the tickets, but she ends up with 4 tickets instead of the initial 2. And so she has invited, alrighty, Mama Bella, you have a fantastic day. Love to you and to Mike and the boys. You get some rest, okay? And so she invited Enomoto, and she invited, she invited the girl from the oh yes, they did discuss Ishiki and the relevance to the case. That's right, because they think he had something to do with Fuji's death. Or at least Enomoto does. But they could never prove it. And so she invites Enomoto, she invites the forensics person who loves meat. I'm trying to remember her name. Let me get the game screen on. I know it starts with S. I am blanking on all the names right now for some reason. I am so sorry, Soul. My brain is not focusing at 100% for some reason on all the Japanese names. I remember she invited Enomoto, she invited the forensics person. And then was it Yanagi? To the concert? And so now they are at the concert. Enomoto, thank you for waiting.
いや、俺も今来たとこ。それより。
I might need to turn the background down again, or turn the... Oh, he was wrongly arrested by Fuji. That's right. That's right, because Fuji wanted it to be promoted, and so he was trying to like bolster up his arrest record so that way he could get that promotion, and Enomoto got said promotion to field ops that Fuji wanted, and he's like, oh no, what if Fuji was jealous of me? Enomoto looks behind me to see the other two with me.
お前が誘ったのって桜
Oh,
川さん。
Sayaki! She invited Sayaki. That's right, Sayaki. You invited Sakuragawa, who's the forensics person,
あんた
and
前に酔っ払ってた星野の同僚だよな。
あ、ひょっとしてあの時家まで送ってくれた人ですか？その説はご迷惑をおかけしてすみません。星野の同期の佐伯ゆずるです。
俺は榎本峰夫。まさかこんな形で再会するとはな。
つか佐伯、あんた榎本に介抱されるほど飲んでたの？
of course Sakuragawa would say
あの日
that.
はたまたま飲みすぎただけで、いつもは酒に飲まれたりしません。
Sayaki, you're always passing out. Every time you say that you won't get drunk, but you go out past your limit each time.
それはお前と飲んでる時はつい気が緩んじゃうっていうか。
But the dictionary edition coming up soon still makes you chuckle. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited.
酔ってやらかした失敗談とか多そうだね。
まあ、それなりに多いです。
へえ、会場時間まで暇だし、あんたの黒歴史聞かせてよ。
Oh, here we go.
じゃあ笑い話になる程度のやつだけ。
Sayaki relented to Sakuragawa's request and told a few of his screw-up tales. So Sayaki gets that drunk even when he's not drinking with me.
すげえ仲いいんだな。
Huh? Oh? Sayaki and I? Yeah, we were in the academy together.
ふん。
Oh, but he's not my boyfriend.
は？別にそんなこと疑ってねえよ。
Sure, Enomoto, sure. You were super worried about it the other day.
あん時はあれだ。 お前のことをよく知らなかったから。
So you're saying you know me better now?
そりゃまあ相棒だからな。何笑ってんだよ。
I feel happy that I think I've gotten a bit closer to you.
お前そういうこと気軽に。って違う違う。何俺までほのぼのしてんだ。
Enomoto?
あのな、俺たちが今日ここに来た意味忘れてねえだろうな。
I didn't forget.
それならいいけどよ。一応さ、白石さんからヒントはもらったんだ。
Hint?
藤井先輩を殺した奴が恨みを持っ
Oh,
てたな。
that's right. That's also
交換
important
殺
to
人が
know.
腑に落ちなくなる
That's
って
also
話。
important to know. So, their theory right now is that Adonis is going and using a substitution murder. So, because everybody kind of has an alibi for the month that they are, let's see, they figured out that everybody has an alibi for 1 month, and then they're the target the next month. And so they're like, but how? And so they're figuring, oh, maybe they are using somebody else to cover, like, the fact that it's them and give them this alibi. So they find somebody who also doesn't like the person to kind of throw them off the scent. You had to figure out your new washer. It auto doses your detergent and softener. That is so cool! I love that! I need to get my laundry done today at some point. Excuse me, a little bit of burp ASMR in the morning. So this is called Collar X Malice. It is a Japanese visual novel game that Sol introduced me to. And we are working to solve a series of murders. We are working as a police officer. We're playing as a police officer who is working alongside these former police officers who have formed kind of their own detective agency to solve these murders. But the twist is that we, as the main character, we have a collar around our neck put on by the bad guys that are doing all of these things. And if we say the wrong thing, make a wrong move, let the wrong person know that, you know, what's going on, then the collar will basically poison us and we die. And so we have until the new year, essentially, to solve this. And basically what the bad guys want is they are purging what they deem to be sinful people from Japan to basically make Japan, it's their ideal world. Good morning, Rusty. How's it going? Right? No pressure. No pressure whatsoever. And so we also get to go down different routes as we help the different detectives in the detective agency solve their part of the case. And so right now we are helping this guy whose name is Enomoto, and he is studying the first 2 months' cases. And we found out that it was actually his you know, superior, his friend, somebody that he looked up to, who was one of the victims. And that he didn't really know the person as well as he thought he did. And that really, really hurt him. And so we're working with him to kind of help him figure all this out and get to, you know, get to where he knows it wasn't his fault. Alright, so for the next 5 minutes, I am not allowed to say the word guys. let me get my... What am I doing? There we go. Timer. Let me get my timer going. Here we go. And... start.
そしたら、被害者本人じゃなくたって恨みを持つケースはあるって言われた。しかも俺の立ち位置が実行犯に近いとか、不吉なことも言われたし。
Oh, that's right. That means there's something in common between Enomoto and the murderer? If there's someone that Enomoto hates... Okay. I don't think he necessarily hates Sasazuka. I think he's annoyed by him, but I don't think that he harbors any ill will towards him. I'm gonna guess this one. He's the one who murdered Fuji.
星野、俺はな、どんな理由があろうと、
Time for more
藤井
deductive
先輩を
reasoning
殺した奴を
with
許せない。
Donna.
許すわけにいかねえんだ。絶対にこの手で償わせてやる。
You don't have to be hurt yourself to hate someone else. This reminds you of those bridal and baby shower games where you have a list of words you're not supposed to say, and if someone catches you saying it, you have to give them a pin, and whoever has the most pins at the end wins. Yep. So that is the IRL word ban, where for the next 5 minutes I am not allowed to say whatever word is given. So sometimes it's hard. If someone close to you got hurt, isn't that exactly the scenario that referred to?
難しい顔してっけど、どうした？
Oh, I was just trying to figure things out based on Shiraishi's hint.
おう。で、なんかひらめいたのか？
Right? Ladyfoes and I had seen it in other streams, and Ladyfoes was like, you should totally put this in your stream. And she actually has it in hers, and we got her real good with one of them. And she's like, I'm gonna torture you with this one. And I'm like, go for it. Bring it on. Well, in this case, the murderer knew someone that was hurt by Fuji. Isn't that the simplest way to look at it?
ってなると、5人逮捕された尾形と一式の関係者が怪しいってことになるな。
The ones that are most suspicious are... More deductive reasoning with Donna. It really does. It's kind of fun seeing what you guys... Ah! Dang it! I was a minute away! Starting over. It's so fun seeing what you come up with as a community. Alright, timer started over. Oh. Alright, hold on just a second. There we go. Okay. That is true. That is true. And I could also say y'all. All y'all. So by their friends and family, I'm gonna ask a clarifying question. Is the there and them that Ichika is referring to in this case, is that referring to Ogata? Or is that referring to the victims as a whole? There we go. Okay. So in this particular question, so it sounds like she might be referring to the victims as a whole. Okay. Because I guess my question was based on the fact that they are talking about the Fuji case. Okay, the victim's family and friends. Okay. My guess would be they've already investigated. They've probably already investigated their friends and family, because that would be depending on... Well, even then that would depend on what they would have discovered. But they would have talked to the friends and family. They might not necessarily have talked to somebody who likes them. Because you can like somebody, like if it was somebody like who likes them but they weren't dating because maybe the feelings weren't reciprocated, they might not necessarily go and investigate them because they might not see that connection right away. First people they would have talked to would have been friends and family. Who seems more suspicious as a whole? Well, let's see. Let's think through all the different cases, because... Alright, ad break starting in a minute. In Fuji's case, it was likely somebody falsely arrested, just not the person they think it was. So it would have been somebody who was mad at them. We don't know a lot about the middle school incident. The stalker... I made it! Hi, Joe boy. Alright, I can say guys again! I can say guys again! Alright. We'll discuss more after the ad break. I'm gonna go into BRB for the duration of the ad break so that you guys don't miss a thing. See you in a minute! Alright, you guys, welcome back from ads. There we go. Okay, so we're thinking... I feel like friends and family would have been the first people... In this case, the murderer knew someone that was hurt by Fuji. Isn't that the simplest way to look at it? Which means I suspect it has something to do with Ogata, who was mistakenly arrested. Okay, so my guess would be... I guess it might be maybe Ogata. I think Ogata's family and friends. Maybe because if it were me and my family member was mistakenly arrested, I would be pretty upset. But they might not have necessarily thought to look into Ogata. Alright, we're gonna go with that. Okay, someone that was hurt by Fuji, so just to clarify what you meant, victim in this case refers to victims of Fuji's mistaken arrest. That makes sense. Okay. Okay.
そいつはどうだろうな。
Really? Why?
いくらなんでも本人に近すぎるし、警察もそのあたりを調べてるだろう。
Exactly what I had said. Oh, come on. Come on, Donna. Come on, Donna.
それより関係性が遠いって一方的に憧れてたやつとか。
Okay, so I should have gone with my first instinct. Because my first instinct was the ones that it would have been a one-sided thing. After he said that, Enomoto went silent as if he had just come to a realization.
はあ、そっか。白石さんが言ったのってそういうことか。
Yup, it was. Oh.
お前も実行犯と俺が似てるってどういう意味か気づいたんだろう。
Yes.
確かに俺はどんな理由があっても藤井先輩を殺したやつを許せねえって思った。絶対に許せねえやつと似てるとか最悪だな。
But just because you have one thing in common doesn't mean that you're alike. Enomoto, you're yourself. Why did you go silent all of a sudden? Please, say something. I felt uncomfortable and looked at Enomoto, but he turned away.
いや、ちょっと今の嬉しかった。
Huh?
佐竹さんに言われたことなんだけどさ、俺ってコード決めたら一直線で。よく言えば決断力があるってことなんだけど。
Hey, how's it going, Zack Attack? Hope you're doing well.
それが間違ってることでも、一度決めたらやり遂げちまう危うさがあるらしい。まあ、基礎に入りたての頃に言われたことだから、だいぶ変わってきたとは思うけどよ。道を踏み外すっつうのは、誰にでも起こりうることなんだよな。それを律するのは、自分自身だ。踏みとどまれるか、踏み越えちまうのか。最後は、自分との戦いになる。
Enomoto, you will not lose.
本人より先に断言するなよ。
Oh, sorry. When I apologized, Enomoto burst out laughing.
お前って多分自分が思ってるよりすげえやつだぞ。
What do you mean?
わかんねえならいい。俺がわかってればいいんだ。それかさっきの実行犯についてだけどよ。藤井先輩が傷つけた人間。5人逮捕された尾形は元サラリーマン。一色はバンドのボーカルなわけだ。慕ってるっつうと、尾形なら仕事場の後輩とか、一色なら。
Ishiki probably has a lot of people because of how popular he is. He gasps as he realizes something. Enomoto starts to look around.
ここに集まってるファンって可能性もあるよな。
Yup, I was right! He's got so many fans! Feeling dizzy, but no pain thankfully so far. Oh, good! Are you laying down? Does that seem to help at all with the dizziness? You're right about that. We hadn't been prepared for it, but knowing that the murderer could be among us. Oh good, I'm glad that sleeping helps. Yeah, sleeping is when our body heals, and so it makes sense that the more rest you get, the more your body can heal. Because of the timing, Enomoto and I both twitched.
なんだ
It looks like there's someone outside. Because of the volume and intensity of the cheers, I assumed that it was Ishiki coming. Basically slept 12 hours today. Oh wow! Well, hopefully you feel well rested. Hey, isn't that Kazuki? And behind him, I saw Akito following Kazuki nervously. From the look of things, Akito appeared to be telling Kazuki to go back.
誰か探してるみたいだな。
Kazuki is moving around, and the girls cheer at each movement. Kazuki is this popular? I stand on my toes to look at Kazuki, but then... Kazuki's eyes and mine met at that moment. Oh, is he gonna be mad or is he gonna be happy? Huh? He's coming this way? He pushed aside the girls and walked over in big, swift strides. Even from far away, I knew he was angry. Yep, I had a feeling.
お前、こんなとこで何やってんだよ。
What? I'm here to see your concert. I told you, didn't I?
だからって、マジで来るとか。そもそも、今日仕事は？
I got all my work done so I could leave early. I really wanted to come see you on your big day.
お前さ、
Right?
こいつのこと
You don't think he
そこ
knows
まで
which
毛
one
嫌い
he
しなくても
is.
いいんじゃね？
He's like feeling this roller coaster of emotion.
あんた昨日の。
He's like
姉
not
ちゃんは
quite
お
sure
前の
what
こと
to,
を応援
what
する
to
ために
think about
同僚まで
all
誘
this.
ってわざわざ見に来てんだぞ。本気で応援する気がなかったらここまで来ない。
同僚って、マジ迷惑なんだけど。
Huh?
一色さんは警察嫌いなんだ。余計なことしたら許さねえからな。
Kazuki glared at me and then turned around. Akito, behind him, bowed repeatedly and apologetically. True to
すいません。
Akito form.
お姉さん。
Akito,
俺がお姉さんを見かけたからつい和樹に伝えちゃって。
It's alright. Don't worry about it. It's nothing you need to apologize for.
でも来てくれてよかった。
Huh?
俺ずっとお姉さんに和樹の演奏聴いてほしいと思ってたんです。だから嬉しいです。和樹はあんな風に言うけど、きっとあいつも。
I'm sorry for making you do this. Kazuki is probably nervous, so I'll be counting on you to support him.
はい。俺が言うのもなんですけど、楽しんでいってくださいね。
Yeah.
じゃあ失礼します。
We watched as Akito ran off, and then I heaved a heavy sigh. Kazuki looked so scary. Maybe I shouldn't have come.
星野、さ。
ねえ、もう開場したみたいだよ。寒いしさ、中入らない？
Oh, then let's go. The concert club was filled with a distinct heat and had no shortage of girls who were dressed in eye-catching outfits similar to Hana.
私飲み物もらってくるわ。あんたたちはどうする？
あ、じゃあ俺も行きます。星野たちのも頼んでくるよ。何がいい？
I second that vote. Soul, I second that vote to adopt Akito as honorary second younger brother. Oh, sorry. What?
佐伯が飲み物持ってきてくれるってよ。
Oh, then I'll have some oolong tea.
俺も星野と同じでいいや。
了解。そんじゃあ行ってきますね。
I watched Kuragawa and Sayaki head over to the bar counter.
お前さ、さっき弟に言われたこと気にしてんのか？やっぱそうか。どうせお前のことだ。応援するつもりで来たのに逆効果だったのかも、どうか思ってんだろ？ 図星か。ったく。どうしてそうなるんだよ。
Why? Enomoto, you saw how Kazuki looked at me. He was really annoyed with me. And knowing his past with Ishiki, what I'm doing is undeniably insensitive.
あのな、弟が外に出てきたのって、お前が来てるか確認するためなんじゃねえの？
Huh? No way.
あいつが外に出てきた時、すっげえ騒がれてたよな。
Yes?
嫌いな相手に文句言うためだけに騒がれるって分かってて出てきたりすると思うか？ 同僚連れてくるってのはさっきまで知らなかったわけだろ？群がる女に脇目も振らず、あいつはお前を探してた。どうしても自分の目で確認したいことがあったから外に出てきたんじゃねえの？
はあ？なんでいちいちお前に言わなきゃいけないわけ？興味ねえくせに。うるせえな。どうでもいいだろ。お前今まで俺がやってることとか詳しく聞いてきたことねえだろ。
Those are the words he always threw at me. But knowing Kazuki, he probably hadn't believed me when I told him that I would go see him at his concert today.
さすが兄弟。強情なところはお前そっくりだな。
When he mentioned Ishiki, I thought he really viewed me as a brother. Or as a bother. But if that wasn't the case... Enomoto, thank you.
別に。お前が気づいてないから教えてやっただけ。
That is true. Your vitamin D was at 18 a week ago, so you could be tired from that. Maybe try spending some time out in the sun? And maybe some vitamin D supplements? That could help.
つか、弟のことも気がかりだろうけどさ。一式について探るのも忘れるなよ。
Yes, but with this many people around, it may be hard to make contact with Ishiki.
ヒロ君が何？
Oh. I heard a voice responding to me from behind, and I turned to see Hana.
知り合いか？
Yes, she's the person who gave me the tickets.
ねえお姉さん、ヒロ君の話してたよね。接触ってどういうこと？
Oh, I couldn't tell her that I was investigating Ishiki and wondering what to say.
実は俺、一色さんのファンなんだ。だから会えたらいいなって話してて。
Enomoto?
そんなにファンなの？
Oh, you already took 50,000 IU for the week. Tomorrow you take another pill. You can only take one a week. Gotcha.
ああ、いやテレビで見たのが最初だったが。儚げなようでいて存在感があるとこにカリスマ性を見たんだよな。
Hana enthusiastically nodded her head numerous times to what Enomoto said.
そうなの。もう圧倒的だよね、ヒロ君の存在って。あれ見ちゃったら他のアーティストなんて目に入らないし。
ああ、その気持ちわかる。だからさ、そんな人が星野の弟とライブするって聞いた時は驚いちまって。やっぱテレビ越しじゃなくて一色さんの歌を生で聴かなきゃ損だよな。
だよね共感してくれる仲間ができて花も嬉しい。
Enomoto is amazing. He made friends with Hana with just that short conversation.
花さんって呼んでいいのか？一色さんと話したことって
I
あ
mean,
る？
it helps that he's a former cop and he went through all that training.
あるよ。てか呼び捨てでいいよ。花たち同志でしょ。
ああ、サンキュー。てか話したことあるとかすげえな。やっぱ新参者だと直接会うのは難しいが、同じ男として一言もらいたかったな。
Enomoto looks disappointed as Hana stares at him.
そんなにヒロ君に会いたい？
当たり前じゃん。一色さんに憧れない男なんていねえし。
そっか。
Could it be that she knows how we could meet with him? If it's only for a little bit, would it be possible to meet Ishiki? If Kazuki is friends with him, I'd like to introduce myself.
まあ手がないわけじゃないよ。
Really?
私売れる前からずーっとヒロ君を応援してたからね。その関係で多少は融通が利くってわけ。顔パスに近い
Oh,
感じ。
that's cool.
それって関係者も同然ってことだよな。すげえ。ただのファンじゃねえじゃん。
まあね、そこら辺の普通のファンとは積み上げてきた歴史が違うから。それに和樹がバンドの仲間になった以上、お姉さんも部外者じゃないし。
Then
今回だけ特別だよ。ついてきて。
we see Hana start walking, and Enomoto and I look at each other.
やったな。
Yes! We quickly followed Hana through a cramped passage that was being used for storage. Isn't this trespassing?
違うよ。会場と楽屋の間にはすっごく怖い警備の の人が立ってるの。その人に見つかるとうるさいからショートカットしてるだけ。
So basically what we're doing is the exact definition of trespassing. Though we were apprehensive, all we could do was follow Hana. The hustle and bustle of the stage soon quieted down, and we came to an open area.
はい到着。
We arrived in front of the room, and Hana knocked at the door.
ヒロくんお邪魔するね。
Before she got a response, Hana simply opened the door and walked in. Apparently, that was the green room, and the person sitting there looked up.
誰？
Oh, it's Ishiki.
ヒロくん来ちゃった。
Hana smiled playfully, but Ishiki's expression was still dark.
また来たの？迷惑だからやめてって言ったよね。
Uh-oh. Bother. She said she was free to go backstage, but it looks like this relationship is one-sided. I asked her if we could meet you, Ishiki.
お、和樹のお姉さん。
I'm sorry to disturb you before your show. Is Kazuki here?
舞台袖でスタッフと打ち合わせしてる。そっちの彼は？
あ、俺は。
この人ね、お姉さんの知り合いでヒロくんのガチファンなんだって。ガチ勢で男の人って珍しいよね。さすがヒロ
君、外に出てて。
くん。え、でも。
いいから、出て。
はーい。
Hana reluctantly left, and then Ishiki turned to talk to us.
これで落ち着いて話できる。で、俺のファンなんだっけ？
すみません。俺、榎本峰夫って言います。どうしても石木さんに直接会って話したいことがあって。
Enomoto was so smooth with Hana, but he seemed frazzled in front of Ishiki. I guess he can't help it because this relates to the incident with Fuji.
石木さんは本当だったらこんな小さな箱で収まる人じゃない。2年前、メジャーデビュー直前まで上り詰めましたよね。
あの時はまだ世に出る時期じゃなかった。
Alright, love you too. Let's FaceTime at some point soon. Love you too and see you soon. I'm glad you were here. Let me know how everything goes. Let me know how you're feeling. Sending you all the love and hugs. Yes, once your voice is back. For sure. For sure. Bye! Tell bro I said hi.
今はそう割り切ってる。
Ishiki spoke flatly, but his emotions definitely soured.
本当にそうですか。音楽で食っていこうとしてる人間にとってデビューなんて千載一遇のチャンスの
You
は
feel
ず
a
だ。
lot less out of it, like reality is off. Now your eyes hurt from being so dry. One of the... Let me see if I can find... I've got it over here on my desk. Or my dresser. This brand here, it's called Blink. You can get it at pretty much any of the stores. You can get it on Amazon, whatever you need. It's for dry eye, and it's helped me with my dry eye.
それを続 かも理不
They
尽に
have different versions of it. I like the orange one. You had eye drops, but the bottle fell off your desk and became a dog toy. Oh no! How is your puppy?
君、何が言いたいの？ファンって言ってたけど、本当にそう？俺にはそうは見えない。
I think he's on to us. I think he's on to us, guys. Still not potty trained. He'll get there. He'll get there.
すみません。嘘つきました。
It'll take time. I think consistency in those cases is key. And so picking one route, sticking with it for a little bit to make sure, if it's working or not, that can help. Yeah, I would just say consistency. Consistency is key. There we go. Enomoto.
いいんだ。素性を隠したままで本音なんて聞き出せるわけねえし。
もしかして警察？
Yep, he is definitely on to
元です。
us.
6月まで警察に属してましたが、今は違います。今は警察を離れて X デイ事件を独自に捜査してます。4月と5月に起きた警察官拉致殺害事件に関する情報を集めてるんです。本番前で集中したい時に邪魔して本当にすみません。花に引き合わせてもらえるって聞いて、俺チャンスだと思って。勝手な言い分だとは重々承知です。ライブ終わってからでいいんで、改めて話を聞かせてもらえませんか。
Exactly. Switching things up too soon doesn't give them that chance to learn that that's what your expectation is. And so I think consistency and using the same method for a while before trying to switch things up, I think that'll help. Because then Doggo will learn, oh, Zach means business. This is, when Zach says this, it means I need to do it.
お願いします。
I'd like to ask the same thing. Would you please talk with him?
お姉さんも事件を追ってるの？
Yes, well... Kazuki touched upon it, but the mistaken arrest was a big sore spot for Ishiki. But just as Enomoto said, we didn't want to ask Ishiki to be truthful with us while we hid who we were. We didn't want to trick him. I am a police officer. I'm sorry I kept it quiet, but I'm here investigating the X-Day incidents personally, not as an officer. So I will not reveal what we talk about here to the public, ever.
そう。和樹が俺をお姉さんと会わせないようにしてたのはそういうことだったんだ。
Ishiki mumbled that and then reaffixed his gaze on Enomoto and me.
君たちも俺が犯人だって疑ってるんでしょ？
Not necessarily. We just think you might have some information that might help. I can't deny that.
警察にはもう関わりたくない。
Yes, I understand that you feel that way. But I don't know anything at all about you either. We've come to see you in order to get closer to figuring out exactly what the truth is.
君たちは変わってるね。
Huh?
俺を適当な言葉で丸め込んで 情報を聞き出すこともできたのに、わざわざ警察だって明かすなんて頭のいいやり方じゃないよ。真実を告げて俺が口を閉ざすとは考えなかった。
考えなかったわけじゃありませんけど、嘘をついて真実に近づけるとも思えない。
I mean, Enemoto makes a good point. Please, just tell us what you can. Would you please talk with us?
そこまでして俺の話を聞きたいのはどうして？事件のことなら散々警察に話したし、今さら目新しいことなんて出てこないよ。君たちも分かってるよね。しかもそっちの彼は元だって言った。警察としてじゃなくて個人的な興味で来たってこと？
それは。
でもただの興味本位にも見えない。
Dude, this guy reads people so
すご
well.
く苦しそうな顔してる。本当は何を聞きに来たの？聞かせて。君にとって大事なことのはずだから。
So it sounds like she... So maybe... I would... I mean, if she prefers the pee pads, maybe start her on the pee pads and then eventually she'll figure out... I think eventually she'll figure it out. Do you have a dog door?
Okay. 5月の事件で
Okay.
亡くなった
So
藤井
maybe
裕太さんを慕ってい
maybe
ました
something that could help is a dog door. Because with the dog door, then she's free to go in and out as she pleases, and maybe she won't feel like she's being locked out, you know what I mean? Because that could be part of it, is she could be interpreting you keeping her out on the porch for hours as her not being allowed, you know, like she's not allowed inside. And so she's trying to, you know, she's just kind of in that mindset of, I just want in. I just want inside. Whereas if she has the dog door, she can go in and out as she pleases.
藤井裕太。
一色さんにとって藤井先輩は
That
夢を
is
壊
true.
した
Sadly,
許せ
dog
ない
doors
人間
aren't
かもしれ
possible
ま
in
せん
every house. In which case, pee pads are an option. You could train. I've heard of people training the dog to. I've heard of people training the dog to ring a bell whenever they need to go. And maybe rather than keeping her out for hours, maybe every couple hours you let her out, you go out with her, give her a few minutes, see how she does, going out every few minutes. Oh, she saw it as a toy and broke it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's see, because like if you only let her out for a few minutes, eventually she'll figure out that she needs to go during that, 20-ish minutes that she's outside. And then maybe once an hour, every couple hours, take her out for about 20-30 minutes and then let her back in. Yeah, if she's being kept out for hours, she's less likely to make that connection and she'll probably see it more as a punishment or that she's meant to be an outside dog versus inside. Because if she's kept out for hours, she's going to see it as I live outside. She's not going to see outside as I'm only out here to go to the bathroom and then I get to go back in. She's going to see it as I live out here. Hey, how's it going, Gaming with Yeshua? Hope you're doing well.
でも俺は警察としてあるべき正義の志を先輩から教わったんです。
I love that bruh sound effect. It is so funny. Glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing well. How's your Friday? Any fun plans for today?
はい。こんなこと言っても今更だし、簡単には信じてもらえないと思うけど、先輩は誰かの人生を潰して平気な顔をするような人じゃなかった。
So right now, just to catch you up, Gaming with Yeshua, we are talking with this guy, Ichika, who's in a band with main character's brother. And they think that he's connected to one of the cases. Well, she's still a puppy, so I think being out there with her is the best way to go. So maybe while she's still learning... Oh, no worries, no worries. The bruh sound makes me laugh every time. So maybe the best way to do it is... Yeah, it seems to me like she's learning the opposite lesson. Peeing inside rather than outside. So maybe the best way to do it is you get her on a leash. You take her outside for 20-30 minutes onto the porch. Let her kind of do her thing. Soon as she does her thing, you make a big deal out of it. You're like, yay, good job, you went potty outside, good girl, you know, like that kind of thing. And then, soon as that celebration is over, inside, and a treat. Well, actually, treat right away. So you take her out on the leash, keep the treat in your pocket, do not let her see the treat. And you take her outside on the leash as soon as she's gone potty outside, give her the treat, make a big deal out of it, get her inside. That's a good point too, Soul. But at the same time, if she's not yet making that connection of having to be out there, like if she's out there for hours, it might be better just to kind of do a 20-30 minute, see if she goes. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll hear a new song that you wrote. She knows to use it outside. We congratulate her, give her treats, and that works for a day or two, then back on the pads. Okay. And do you discipline her? Let's see here. I do have one. I do have a server. And once you are there, in creative arts. Yeah, no rush. Rubber nose, spray with a spray bottle. She hates water, and then throw her outside. Okay. Huh. Well, it's gonna take time. Eventually she'll figure it out. It might mean... I would maybe keep kind of doing what you're doing. I would kind of keep doing what you're doing because at least she's figured out she doesn't get to pee anywhere in the house. She only pees on the pads. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely creative corner. Because with my dog, we had him on his dog door. We got him a dog door. He was able to eventually go in and out. And he would sometimes pee inside. And it was mostly out of a na-na-na-na-na. We didn't put pee pads inside after a little while. And so at least she's doing it. You know, at least we would do it, you know, like, he would, yeah. You think we're on the same page? You're all in favor of letting her out and in as necessary. Depends on the situation, too. One dog would pee from excitement whenever we came home from work or school. We did leave her outside for hours when we were away because we couldn't have a dog door. Okay, okay. Let's see here. I wonder, maybe while you're home, let her out every couple hours. Put her on the leash, let her out, give her 20-30 minutes to do her thing, and then go in. And then repeat that every couple of hours and see what happens. It's a very personal song dealing with fear. Gotcha. I will definitely give that a listen after stream for sure.
被害者を一人でも減らしたい。困ってる人には手を差し伸べたい。
So what do you guys have planned for the rest of the day? I am excited to hear all about your guys' plans. We're gonna go bowling after lunch. So that's gonna be fun.
そういう風に演じてた可能性は
At
ない。
least we might go bowling. Depends on how everybody's feeling.
でも、昔は絶対に違った。
We went to the gym last night and it was...
俺のせいでもあるから。
It was an intense workout. So depending on how we're all feeling after that, we'll have to see if we feel up to bowling.
君のせい
俺があの人を追い詰めたんです。先輩が歪んでいくのに気づけなかった。いい後輩のつもりでのんきでいて、俺の出世を喜んでくれる先輩をきっと知らずに傷つけてた。
Yeah, exactly, Soul, exactly. While you're home, have her indoors, every couple hours let her out. Setting a timer if needed.
Senpai が罪を犯した一端は俺にあります。本当に。もう
顔上げて。
謝って済むことじゃないって分かってます。こんなの自己満足だって。でも
そう、君に謝られても俺が失ったものは戻ってこない。
そうですよね。
でも君の気持ちは分かったから、君が本当にその人を心から信じてたってことは分かった。それがあんなことになって君自身が深い傷を負ったこと。
Hey, at least he's being understanding. He's not like taking it out on Enomoto or anything like that. He's just like, hey, you know, you thought you knew this guy and you didn't. And that must have really, really hurt. Do you have the harness maybe too loose? I don't know. Cause to me, if the harness is too loose, that would make it easily, where she was easily able to slip out. But if it's the right size, if it's at the right, you know, tightness where it's not too tight, where it's cutting off circulation or anything. Oh, her fur is so slick that everything slips off. Gotcha. Does she have a collar? You could try putting the leash on her collar. And that way, well, no, because that she could slip out of the collar too if everything slips off. Yeah. Well, best of luck. She's still a puppy, so she definitely has those puppy-like tendencies, and they are balls of energy. And so it might be just a good idea to just keep routinely taking her out and then see what happens.
それにあの人藤井さんも後悔はしていたと思う。
Yeah, she's definitely got that puppy-like energy. Ishiki was reaching out to Enomoto as he looked up.
誤認逮捕の件から少しして
Hey, how's it going,
彼から手
Dreamer?
紙が
Hope
来
you're
るように
doing
なった
well. Yeah, it might just be that the harness might be a bit too big, but I don't know. If her fur makes it where everything slips off, I don't know. Doing great but feeling tired. Gotcha. How's the job training? How's the job training going? Is everything going well there?
最初は読まずに捨ててたけど何通も来るから一通だけ封を開けた。手紙には謝罪の言葉が綴られてた。自分のせいで俺の夢を奪ってしまったこと。直接会って謝罪したいけど上層部から接触しないようにきつく言われてること。
Currently on a 15-minute break before you start more research. Woohoo! I'm glad it's going well. Ah, it's got nothing to grip for friction. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, with her being a puppy, it's definitely a challenge. Definitely a challenge. On the plus side, at least she's using the pee pads. At least she's using the pads and not just peeing anywhere in the house. So that's always good. So far, so good. Got some Bible study in and was reading in 1 Timothy and Jeremiah today. It was all about prayer, and it was about how prayer is our conversation with God and how we get to know God better. And then we also talked about, we also read about the king destroying Jeremiah's scrolls, and yet God tells Jeremiah, write it again, do another one. As my little preschooler from years ago said, when I went over that story with my preschoolers and kindergartners a few years back, one of them was so cute because I asked him, I was like, so what did the king do with the scrolls? He threw it in the fire That's right. And then what did God tell Jeremiah to do? Do another one? That's right! And then he just walked away. He like shuffled himself away. It was adorable. I still have that on video. It was adorable. Right? Clever kid. Clever kid. He is a smart one. I bet you he's gonna go into some kind of engineering science-y field. When she knows to use the puppy pads, that's something you can work with. Exactly. Exactly.
だからこんな形でしか詫びることができない。申し訳ないって書いてあった。それから誰かの人生を壊してしまった。自分のしたことは人殺しと同じだって。償いたい。償う方法を探したい。誰かに許されるためじゃなくて。
So Fuji realized he had done wrong. He was trying to make amends for it. And Adonis wouldn't let him. And the higher ups wouldn't let
そんな
him.
ことが書いてあったよ。
That story, right? God says, don't do this, and enough of that. And he literally, every few sentences or few lines, the king's like, nope, we're cutting that off, we're cutting that off, we're cutting that off, and cutting that off. And it's all going in the fire. The messenger's just like, what? What's going on, Your Majesty? Oh, King, what are you doing? Enomoto stood up with Ishiki's help, and he looked like he was about to cry.
一色さんと直接会えたらきっと先輩も同じことをしたはずです。だけどもうそれは叶わない。
You have a cat that bunches up the pads. Yeah, cats will do that. Don't know what to tell you, Zach. I wish I had a solution. Unfortunately, all of the solutions that I can think of, I don't know if they're applicable in your situation.
君は藤井さんのために頭を下げた。彼が本当の悪人なら誰もそこまでしない。これが藤井さんから受け継がれた君の正義の志なのだとしたら、俺はそれを悪だとは思えない。君と藤井さんの熱意は伝わった。君は藤井さんが歪んだのが自分のせいだって言ったね。君が後悔する気持ちはわかる。でもどんな理由があっても
Exactly.
踏み
Thank
とど
you,
まれなかったの
Ishiki.
は彼
Thank
自身
you.
の責任。きっと君が自分を責めることを彼は望まないんじゃないかって思う。
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enomoto, stop blaming yourself. Stop blaming yourself, my
警
friend.
察には正直いい印象を持ってない。憎まなかったって言ったら嘘になる。けど憎しみにとらわれたままじゃ歌で人の心を動かすことはできない。
I mean, that is a good point. Being bound in endless hatred will never let him move people with his music.
一度夢がついえたからこそがむしゃらに頑張ろうと思えた。それが今の俺を形作ってる。今度は俺が君たちに見せる番。
After saying that, Ishiki looked at me.
和樹もそう。
If he visited the US, he'd have
認
a
めてもら
cow.
いたいから
I mean,
あがいてる。
depending on where in the US. I do agree there are some who wear the badge that probably shouldn't. But at the same time, We can't lump all people in that group into the same thing. You know what I mean? There are people who wear the badge for the right reason. They're doing what they can. They're just following proper procedure. And then they're kind of overshadowed by the ones that probably shouldn't be wearing the badge. And we're humans. We make mistakes.
聞きに来てくれてありがとう。俺も和樹の仲間として支える。今日のライブ楽しんで。
He gives us both a faint smile and leaves the room. When the door closed, all of the tension in the room felt like it was released.
意識さんってすげえな。自分の身に降りかかったことをプラスに変えちまうなんて。
Yes, he continues to look forward without letting himself get caught up in hatred. I think that might be the reason that Kazuki respects him.
そうだな。それに比べて俺は本物のバカだ。情けねえよ。警察にいられなくて逃げて、先輩からも逃げて、一色さんと向き合うのも正直怖かった。
Enomoto, is he still blaming himself? I looked up at him, worried.
けどもう立ち止まるわけにはいかねえ。
There's something different about his eyes. They have a strong, unshakable will to them.
過去にばかり囚われててもそれで今が良くなるわけじゃない。失ったものは戻ってこない。一色さんは自分の力でそれを取り戻そうとした。俺も先輩を言い訳にするんじゃなくて、自分で目指す場所を取り戻さなきゃいけねえ。理不尽に夢を潰されても一色さんは逃げずに戦ってたんだろうな。
Enomoto, you're fighting too. You poured out your heart so that Ishiki would understand the real Fuji. And you heard what Ishiki had to say about him. Alright, be right back.
あのさ、星野。
Alright, you guys, we are back. Thank you for hanging out in that ad break. Hope everybody's doing well and having a good time and a good
警
day.
察官として自分の正義を貫けよ。
What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
いいから先輩からの忠告だ。警察って組織に飲まれんな。自分は誰かの役に立てる、誰かを助けられるって思った最初の気持ちを忘れないでくれ。ほら、わかったら返事。
Yes.
よし、そんじゃライブ見に行くとすっか。姉ちゃんとしては弟の勇姿が気になるだろうしな。
Well, of course I would be. Oh, Hana. Sorry to keep you waiting. We just finished talking with Ishiki and we're heading back to the hall.
お姉さん、警察なんだ。
Huh?
二人が出てくるの外で待ってたら話してるのが聞こえたの。ヒロ君の悲しそうな声聞こえた。で、本当に警察官なの？
Yes. I'm not here today about any crimes. I just wanted to come see Kazuki's concert.
そう。行こっか。早くしないとライブ始まっちゃう。
Hana quickly walks away without looking back to see us.
星野、俺たちも急ぐぞ。
Oh, yes. I tried to locate Sayaki and Sakuragawa in the throng of women waiting to see the show. Ugh, it's a huge crowd.
お、いた。
Huh? I tried to move toward Enomoto, but I was caught up in a wave of people and couldn't move forward.
ったく何やってんだよ。
Oh. Enomoto took my hand.
すいません、ちょっと通ります。
He shouted loudly to part the crowd and all eyes fell on us. Oh, this is a bit embarrassing.
おい、ぼさっとすんな。行くぞ。
Enomoto must not have minded it. He dragged me by my hand as we walked forward. I thought that Enomoto would be a bit more shy with these kinds of things. I felt mortified to think that I was the only one who cared so much.
何？あんたらどこ行ってたの？
We went to the green room hoping to see Kazuki. Thank you for the lurk, dreamer. Enjoy the rest of your workday. But unfortunately, we couldn't see him.
そりゃそうでしょう。打ち合わせとかあるだろうし。
Yeah, that makes sense. Enomoto let go of my hand and started talking with Sayaki. Am I overthinking things? He mentioned he had a little sister, so maybe he was just using his brotherly inexperience to keep me from getting lost. What's going on? What are these emotions? I can't figure out how I feel.
始まるみたいだよ。
Ooh, I want to hear the music! I want to hear the music! Our voices were instantly drowned out by cheers as I felt a tap on my shoulder.
星野、ほら、あれ。
Enomoto pointed at Ishiki as the spotlight shone on him, and next to him was... Kazuki?
今夜は伝説が始まる。
When Ishiki opened his mouth, the noisy concert venue went silent.
ここにいるみんなが証人。覚悟できてる？
Yes! We're ready!
足りない。覚悟は？ OK。それじゃあまずこの曲からいこうか。グレイスフルデイズ。
I felt the emotion in the place rise to another level. And then, when Ishiki began to sing along with the music, I got goosebumps. Wow! He seemed so brave and collected when I spoke with him. But his singing echoed through my body. Right next to him, Kazuki was playing the guitar. I haven't seen Kazuki so happy in a while. He must really like music. He practiced in secret and he was bringing it all out alongside Ishiki, who he respected. Felt warmth in my heart from watching him.
一色さんの歌もすごいけどさ、お前の弟も負けてねえじゃん。
Yeah. I should congratulate them after the show. We should talk much more from now on. Mom and Dad might be against this, but Huh? The concert had just begun, but the lights on stage suddenly cut out.
これもなんかの演出？
Is it? Unsure of what was happening, we milled about. However, the lights returned shortly. Uh-oh. I get the feeling somebody died. Somebody did.
Hi hi! 皆さん注目!
Maybe not. Okay, we saved. Huh? In the center of the stage stood Hana with the mic in her hand.
あいつ。
Her other hand. Oh no! The gun which was pointed at Kazuki. No!
今日この会場には裁かなきゃいけない極悪人が来てます
She's part of Adonis?
そいつらを裁くためにこの場を借りることにしちゃいました
What? And how is she saying this so calmly?
本当は今日違うとこで起こす予定だったんだけど罪人を裁くって意味では同じだしここでやっちゃってもいいよね
Oh my gosh. I think part of me may have, like, thinking back, I recognize her voice as being one of the voices. I think it's my, she does such a good job showing the more naive. I don't know. Part of me, I don't know that I saw that coming. But looking back, her voice does match.
何の反応もないってことは教祖様も賛成してくれたってことで
Wait, the leader?
はあ？何わけわかんないことぶつくさ言ってんの？いいから話せよ。
ああもう うるさいな。今は花が喋ってるんだから静か
Well,
にし
that's
て。
true. They are distorted, but her voice does kind of sound like some of the like at least one of the voices. Oh no. Kazuki! She aimed the barrel slightly away from Kazuki and pulled the trigger without hesitation. After that, the entire venue descended into panic, as it should.
どいて。
Ow!
やばい、殺される。
Everyone started bolting for the exit.
一般人による発砲を確認。現場には署員3名。
Yeah, Sayaki, radio it in, radio it in, or call it in.
応援をお願
Probably
いします。
calling it in.
場所は
了解。
Oh, radio. Sayaki would bring his radio with him. Sayaki quickly contacted the police department and stayed aware of our surroundings while keeping an eye on Kazuki.
見たところあの銃政府から支給されたものじゃないよ。
つまり登録されてない銃か。すぐに個人特定はできねえってことだな。
That's not important now. What about Kazuki? If anything happens to Kazuki,
落ち着け星野。今周囲の状況を見て被害を最小限にするのがお前の仕事だ。お前は警察官だろ。心配すんな。お前の弟は俺が絶対に助ける。
While I had panicked, Enomoto remained calm. After realizing that, I started to return to my senses. I'm sorry. Enomoto had already drawn his weapon, so I unholstered mine as well.
星野、あんた。
Sakuragawa, please, help get the people to the exit safely.
わかった。無茶すんじゃないよ。
Sakuragawa headed over to the mass of people and I observed my surroundings. Fortunately, most of the audience was focused on getting to safety and nobody took out their guns. Some people still lingered, but Sakuragawa quickly ushered them out. Sayaki surveyed the surroundings like I was and looked over at Enomoto, worried.
榎本さんも逃げてください。一般人を危険にさらすわけにはいきません。
言ってなかったけど、俺元警察でな、機捜にいたんだわ。こういう時の対処はお前らより心得てる。現職じゃねえけど指揮は任せてもらうぜ。
Sayaki, let's follow Enomoto's orders for now. He's more experienced with this than we are.
わかった。
We assessed the situation in the club while we inched closer to the stage where Hana was still located. She seemed to be enjoying the fact that the rest of the club was in a panic.
みんな必死になっちゃっておかしい。
Could Hana be the one? Could Hana be the girl that's like the second girl that's being used by Adonis? The one that I thought was a young Ichika?
君、和樹を離して。
一木さん、逃げてください。
俺は逃げない。和樹は大切な仲間だから。
一木さん、こいつまともじゃないです。俺より今は自分のことを。
和樹、うるさい。私とヒロ君の邪魔したら殺すよ。
One-sided relationship.
和樹。
人質なら俺がなる。だから和樹を解放して。
ごめんねヒロ君、それはできないの。
Well, that's true. They're not the same thing. But I guess I'm slowly putting the pieces together because I remembered at first I thought she was part of Adonis because her voice matched one of the voices that was used in the videos. But then I remembered the second person that Adonis was talking to, and that kind of sounded like her too. And so I'm thinking that could be her.
どうしてこんなことをするの？俺がそんなに気に食わない。
Deductive reasoning with Donna!
そんなわけないよ。むしろ全部ヒロ君のためにしてることなんだよ。
俺のため？
What are you talking about?
そう、ヒロ君は
What are you talking
花
about,
にとって
Hana?
全てなの。ヒロ君の夢は花の夢。
Okay, yeah, she is obsessed, taking that obsession to a whole new level.
ようやく夢をつかみかけて、ヒ
Whole
ロ
new
君喜ん
level.
でたのに。それを最低最悪な形で壊した。それどころかヒロ君を悪者にしたやつがいる。花が知ってるだけでもそこに二人。ああ、
Yep, definite
Kazukiも身内だから
yandere.
三人
Definite
かな。
yandere. Notice me, senpai.
ヒロ君を悲しませたやつらを野放しになんてしておけないからね。ヒロ君から大事なものを奪ったんだから、それ相応のものを差し出してもらわなきゃ。
待って。それってまさか。
気づいちゃった？そうだよ。ヒロ君の敵は花の敵だから。だからね、ヒロ君を悲しませたやつ。
Oh,
花がこの手で殺してあげたの。
definite yandere. We had inched closer to her behind cover while her attention was diverted, and we heard exactly what she said.
藤井さんを君が殺した？
ねえねえ、他の子たちはこんなことできないでしょ？私ほどヒロ君を愛してる子なんていないもん。
And the substitute murderer theory holds water.
ま、あんなやつの命一つでヒロ君の悲しみが癒せるなんて思ってないけどね。
But if you were listening at the door, Hana, if you were listening at the door, you would have heard Hiro Ishiki basically said, I don't blame you, so therefore, not an enemy. Ooh, yeah, wet washcloth against the eyes feels so good.
あいつが先輩を。
Enomoto.
あの人、助けて助けてって泣いちゃって超うざくてさ。拘束解いてあげたら地べた這いずりながら逃げちゃって。
Because why wouldn't he want to escape?
逃がすわけないのに。死に物狂いっていうの？
Yeah, who wouldn't in that situation?
もうおかしくって超面白かったよ。最後は一思いにズドンとやっちゃった。
面白かった。
Oh, Enomoto's gonna get big mad.
先輩を殺して。何が？
You will say that you don't find everything out until the final route, so there will be loose ends and unanswered questions by the end of this one, even if I get the good end. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
何が面白いんだよ！
Enomoto gets into a shooting stance. He draws aim at Hana.
もううるさいな。花はヒロ君と大事な話してるの。何？あんたもあのクズの仲間？そういや、楽屋でそんなこと言ってたね。大事な人だったんだっけ？じゃあ殺されちゃって悔しいよね。
てめえ！
が死ぬよ。ねえヒロくん、ヒロくんを壊した警察に関わるやつなんて全部殺しちゃっていいよね。ヒロくん聞いてる？ちゃんとお話ししてよ。和樹
This
殺しちゃう
girl.
よ。
This girl.
やめて。話なら聞くから。
絶対に許さねえ。あいつも先輩と同じ目に合わせてやる。
Enomoto, no.
先輩の死に様を楽しみやがって。あいつは最後まで痛めって殺した。
Enomoto.
お前も聞いただろ。言葉が通じるような相手じゃねえんだよ。下手したら弟が殺されるぞ。
And that's why you'll kill her?
ああ、そうだ。あんな女死んだって。
Is that really your version of justice? Though he'd worked himself into a blind rage, Enomoto finally returned to his senses. But there was still hesitation in his eyes. That was why But I knew a Fuji's form of justice wouldn't succumb to evil like that. Her aesthetic also somewhat explains the creepy animal masks. That is true! That is a good point! That's a very good point, because she loves the bunny ears, so of course. And maybe, I almost wonder if deep down, she didn't want to look into the eyes of those that she killed. Except for the one. Everybody else was kind of collateral damage, so to speak. But she was really, really upset with Fuji, so she had no problem looking into his eyes. But everybody else, she was maybe deep down unable to look them in the eyes. Enomoto, you're strong. You won't let hatred consume you. You've saved so many people with your own hands until today, haven't you?
俺
I'll be by your side, so please, don't lose sight of yourself. Enomoto took a deep breath and reined in his impulses. He then averted his aim.
バカか俺。何また同じこと繰り返そうとしてんだ。あいつを殺しても先輩は戻ってこねえ。
It would. That's a good point, Enomoto.
真
That's a
実
very
が
good
葬られ
point.
ちまう。俺がすべきことは復讐じゃねえんだ。
Enomoto looked straight at me.
悪い、星は。暴走しねえって約束したのに。止めてくれてありがとな。
There was no more hesitation in his eyes.
星野、佐伯、聞いてくれ。まずは人質を犯人から引き離す。
危険すぎると思います。相手はアドニスに関与してる人間なんですよね。
That is
他にも
true.
武器がある
That
かも
is
しれま
true.
せん。
分かってる。だから人質を助けるのは花の動きを封じてからだ。花は一色さんとの会話に意識が向いてる。一色さんがわざと注意を引いてくれてる。今なら隙をつけるはずだ。
Yes, yes, that's a good plan. That's a good plan.
星野、俺が合図したらお前は花の手を打て。俺は足を狙う。
At the same time? But if our timing or aim is off...
俺はお前を信じてるし、お前も俺を信じてくれてんだろ。
Of course.
だったら心配することなんてない。俺たちの手で弟を助けるんだ。
Yes.
ちょっと待ってください。星野と榎本さんが犯人を狙撃するなら俺の役目って。
人質の救出だ。危険を伴うが お前にしか頼めない。
Sayaki, please.
分かったよ。お前の家族だもんな。
Thank you.
よし、佐伯はステージ裏に回ってくれ。お前が位置についたら俺たちも動く。
わかりました。
With his gun in his hand, Sayaki snuck off to the back.
星野、構えろ。
Yes. I felt my heart pounding. This would be the first time I shot at anyone. I didn't know if this would succeed. But I'm not afraid. I had Enomoto right beside me.
ヒロ君、どうしてそんな顔するの？ヒロ君の未来を壊した最低なやつが死んだんだよ。嬉しいよね。
俺はそんなこと望んでない。俺がいつ復讐したいって言ったの？殺してほしいなんて頼んだ覚えない。
だってヒロ君、
俺の未来を勝手に決めつけないで。生きていれば辛いことや苦しいことはいくらでもある。
That's a good point.
その全てに憤って気に食わない人間を殺して、そうすれば幸せになれる。俺はそうは思わない。
ヒロ君は優しいから、本当はとっても悲しいのにたくさん我慢したんだよね。もう我慢なんてしなくていいんだよ。怖いものは全部花が消してあげる。ねえ、だから
逆境に立ち向かうことで得るものがある。どんなに辛くても悲しくても。それ俺は歌に気持ちを込められない。
That's a good point too.
君は俺の歌を聴いてシンパシーを感じてくれたんじゃないの？
そうだよ。だって花はみんなが注目するずっと前からヒロ君のこと見てきたんだから。
バカじゃねえの。お前は一色さんのことなんか見てない。
Oh, Kazuki, don't call her names.
は？カズキ、あんた。
Oh, she's gonna get annoyed.
ちゃんと一色さんを見てたら絶対にこんなことしねえよ。一色さんは人を憎んで歌ってたか？違うよな。お前今までこの人の何を見てきたんだよ。
Kazuki, now is the time to stay quiet. That's true, Kazuki's gonna Kazuki. Agitated by Kazuki's words, she lowered her gun for an instant. At that moment...
今だ。
Okay, here we go. I pulled my trigger. I think I did it! Did I do it? Enomoto's shot hit its target and Hana fell to the ground on stage. But... Oh no, I missed! Sayaki jumped out from the side of the stage and ran toward Kazuki. No! Hana was still holding her gun. I had to stop them. Kazuki will...
警察の家族なんて死んじゃえ。
Oh no! And I have to accept this ending. I promised that I would not go back just because I didn't like the ending. I must accept the consequences. Stop! No, Kazuki. Kazuki turned red. his annoyed face, his guitar playing hands, the outfit I'd never seen him wear before. Everything turned red. He fell on the stage like a rag doll. I'm not gonna read that because my dad's office is right there. So we're gonna say scream of pain and horror.
Hoshina!
Strong emotions burst inside me as I pulled the trigger. Unforgivable. She did that to Kazuki. She did. Unforgivable. I'll kill her.
Hoshina, yamera!
I have to kill. I have to kill her.
目を覚ませ！もうあいつは死んでる！
And Hana. So now we don't get to know anything more. My fault, my stupid. Don't worry, I didn't actually throw it. I pulled the trigger, but nothing happened.
星野も
Enomoto touched my hand that held the gun. I looked at the stage and I saw blood-stained rabbit ears. She's dead? But there was still a giant hole in my heart. Of course there is! Because next to her was Kazuki. I cried. I cried until my voice went dry. But Kazuki wasn't coming back. Kazuki's dreams. My dream of our relationship becoming normal again. All of that was impossible now. The end! What? What? Hey, how's it going, shorty? We just had the worst ending of a game ever. The worst ending. The most heartbreaking ending. You're good, shorty. You're good. It's just emotional. It's just emotional right now. How are you? How's Awana going? Have you guys started? It's not the worst. It gets worse than that. It gets worse than that. How's that going? How are all of the kiddos enjoying Awana? I hope they're enjoying it. All right. Pretty strange, actually. What's going on? Alright, so question. There. Question for everybody. While Shorty answers my previous question of what's going on that's making things strange. do we want to start a new route today? Or do we want to, since we only have about 20-ish minutes, do we want to go ahead and maybe do like a round of Fortnite? Because I think I've got Fortnite working. And then we start another route tomorrow. And if we do, when we do start another route, Soul, which one is the best one after that? You weren't able to host Cubbies and Sparks this year. Did not enough people sign up? So you only have, like, is that Truth and Training? And then do you guys have the junior high and high school clubs? The Trek and Journey? Ah, not able to come up with enough leaders. Gotcha. You've got TNT, Trek, and Journey. Gotcha. I'm actually working through Witnesses. I'm working my way through Witnesses and then Identity. Because I want to, by the end of this year, I want to get the Citation Award. Have I ever heard of the Nonary games or Zero Escape series? I have not. What are those all about? It's a bad ending, but if I pass trigger mode, there's a few chapters left. So, Soul, would you recommend that I load back up? Oh, the route doesn't end after passing trigger mode? There's still a bit more left. Okay. Right? The Journey curriculum is so good. You're hopeful you can get new Sparks and Cubbies directors for next year. Time travel. Nice! That sounds right up my alley. I love time travel stuff. So should I maybe load back up from where I saved and try and pass trigger mode again? Yeah, okay. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. I had to see through to the end what the consequences of my actions would be. Thing 2 moved up to TNT this year, and Thing 3 moved up into Sparks. Oh, that's awesome! Nonary games, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward through all this dialogue so I can get through trigger mode. We already know everything that happened. So everybody's in a panic. We found out Hana's working for the bad guys, Adonis. And we've gotta come up with a plan to save Kazuki. Saiki radioed in. Sakura's gonna go ahead and do her thing to make sure the crowd gets out safe. We're fast forwarding through all the dialogue. And Emoto's taking charge.
Kimi.
Ichiki-san!
To another club so she doesn't miss out entirely. That's a good plan. That is a good plan.
Kazuki!
How's Thing 2 enjoying TNT? My mom is our TNT director, and we have Sparks is actually going really well overall. They are feeling their oats sometimes, but I think that comes from different fall break schedules. I would have to add Nonary games, or Nonary? I'm gonna add that onto my list on Steam. Let's see here. Let's see. Nonary. Zero Escape the Nonary games. Ooh, a visual novel. Story rich. We'll add to wish list. Perfection! That is true. There's a skip button. You can more, just as well, because then I can more easily save before trigger mode. Yes.
聞いてくれ。
危険すぎると
So
思
I
いま
have
す。
choir rehearsals
相手はア
on
ドニスに
Tuesday
関与
nights,
してる人間
and
なんで
so
す
I
よ。
moved
分かってる。
the
花は
Tuesday
一色さんとの会話に意
night
識
streams
が欲しいの
to Friday mornings, and so now I do
俺
Friday
はお
and
前
Saturday mornings.
だ。
ちょ
人質の救
I'm glad that she's enjoying TNT.
よし、お前が
わかりました。
どうしよ
Okay, so we'll go ahead and save here then. We'll save that data.
Hiro君の未来
俺が
Yeah, it's all
俺の
good. This is a fairly
生きてその
recent development, like
そうすれ
within
ば
about
し
the last
ヒロ
month.
もうがね
逆どう
So
俺は
we'll
君
we'll be keeping this schedule, I think, for a
バカじゃん。
while.
ちゃんと
That
意識
way, because I know I
今だ
don't know for sure when the choirs, like if we're gonna go straight into Easter practice after Christmas, and so I want to make sure that we get to keep a consistent schedule. So this is gonna be. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Did that do it? Nope. Yep. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and load again. So I can pass trigger mode and I don't have to deal with the I've already dealt with the consequences of my actions once. Just got out of a meeting and you've got a few minutes before you go pick up things 1 through 3. I love it. How did the meeting go? Again? It really doesn't. Third time's the, well, I guess fourth time's the charm, because technically this is my 4th try at this. Ah, there! Yes, 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 I think I got it. It was fine, it was pretty short. Was it one of those that could have been an email? Enomoto shot her in the right leg and I shot her in her right hand, dropping Hana on her butt. After we confirmed our shots landed, Sayaki leapt out from the side of the stage.
こっちだ早く
はい。
We saved him! He lives! I am much happier about this than I probably should be. I did not want to have to deal with seeing him die again. Oh. Sayaki guided Kazuki and Ishiki to the back of the stage.
よくも
Still on the ground, Hana scrambled to get her gun. It was easier to describe in the meeting. Gotcha. That's fair. That's fair. Well, I'm glad it went well. And definitely, I know those meetings that, there's those meetings that are short because they could have been an email, and then there's things that are just better explained in person, and you just set up a 5-minute meeting, and you go, here's what I need to tell you. What do we do? It's the second inner circle that you have to aim for. Okay.
動くな動けば撃つ
That makes sense.
うるさい
With the gun now in hand, Hana pointed it at the backstage area. In that instant, Enomoto and I both pulled our triggers at the same time. Uh-oh, I get the feeling I should probably save again? Soul, should I save again? Aim for dead center and you'll likely miss. Okay. Gotcha. So we've saved Kazuki. So that's good. I did not want to deal with that again. Okay, good. We think we're good. I heard 3 gunshots. Enomoto's shot grazed Hana's shoulder. My bullet penetrated her weapon hand. After Hana fired her shot... Sayaki! No!
そだろ
No! Sayaki had pushed Kazuki out of the way and he fell to his knees. This is canon? No! Her best friend! Her academy mate! A bloodstain began to spread through his back. Oh, she is pure evil. A canon event in the good ending.
次はあんたの番。
Oh, she is
ヒロ君の夢を壊した
crazy.
警察は皆殺しにするの。
Hana aimed her gun at me while crawling to face me. But before she could ready herself to fire...
させねえよ。
Enomoto slapped her gun aside and Hana glowered at him.
もう少しだったのに。
Enomoto quietly walked up to her and pointed his gun at her head.
もう終わりだ。諦めろ。
Yeah, Hana, give up.
じゃあ殺して。
No, we're gonna arrest you, we're gonna take you in for questioning, and then you're gonna go to jail for killing the other cops.
どうせ死刑でしょ。ならここで殺して。ヒロ君の歌が届かない世界で生きたくない。
You don't think you're gonna be able to enjoy your pre-Awana nap today? Aww. Too much stuff to get done beforehand?
あんたも花を恨んでるんでしょ。殺したいって思ってんでしょ。殺してよ。
殺さねえよ。
Good, Enomoto,
楽に死ねる
good.
と思うな。望み通り殺してやるほど俺は優しくね。てめえは法の下で償え。
Yep. Justice will be served.
星野、確保だ。
You're so far behind you don't think you'll ever catch up? Oh no! Oh, what kind of things are you trying to get done? Is it all work related or is there house projects you're working on? Yes. I handcuffed Hana and then ran off to attend to Sayaki and his bullet wound. A lot of both? That makes sense. That makes sense. I can feel that. I've got so much going on. Like, I've got going to the gym twice a week. I've got choir rehearsal, Awana, laundry on Fridays, you know, all kinds of stuff. D&D on Saturdays, Pathfinder on Friday nights. I've got stuff going on pretty much every day of the week. I totally feel that. Sayaki!
星野よかった無事だったんだな。
Yeah. I'm sorry, Sayaki. I'm so sorry. I didn't think it'd happen like this.
俺もまさかこんな思って。
The ambulance is coming. You'll be all right. You think your refrigerator died? Oh no. Is it going to be something that you have to replace completely, or can insurance send somebody out to kind of see what's going on with it and maybe it's an easy fix? Huh?
星野俺の
In his place? Sayaki? Stay with me. You're gonna call a repair guy to take a look? Good. Hopefully they're able to get out there quickly, because I know sometimes it can take a few days.
重傷者1名、負傷者1名をこれから搬送します。
Might be replacing it. Yeah, that probably sounds like the best. That probably sounds like the best option if it died. Is just replacing it, but that also depends on the part.
これって
You know?
やっぱりそうか。彼女も。
Sayaki and Hana were transported to the hospital and interrogated about the incident.
情報集めのつもりが犯人逮捕につながるとはな。あっさりしたもんだ。
That's true, it almost is too easy. But at least we solved the April and May
これで
cases.
事件は解決か。
You still have the old fridge that came with the house sitting on the back porch. That thing will outlive us all. I love it. We had the same fridge and the same deep freeze for a good, like, 20-something years. And we just replaced the fridge. We replaced the freezer out in the garage a few years ago, or maybe like a year or two ago. And then we just replaced the indoor fridge and freezer. Enomoto. From a police officer's perspective, this was a result to be proud of. But Sayaki had been shot and Kazuki's life was put at risk, so I was unable to bring myself to be happy about it.
Ichika!
He called her by her name! Ah, there's still a chapter or two left? You think 2 left? This is true, at least you've got a backup. That's always good. Kazuki. I saw Kazuki run up to me and Enomoto tapped me on the shoulder and walked away. I felt like Enomoto intended that to mean good luck. There isn't going to be a better time to talk to Kazuki than now.
そのお前怪我とかしてないよな。
I'm fine. What about you, Kazuki? Are you hurt anywhere?
してない。でも佐伯さん、あの人が意識不明の重体だって聞いた。
Yeah.
大丈夫だよな。あの人死んだりしねえよな。
I heard from the doctors that he was currently in an unpredictable state. I couldn't say anything irresponsible. You can only hope that it'll be all right.
俺さ、正直なところ警察にはいい印象を持ってなかった。一色さんの件もそうだし、 X デイ事件だって未だに解決してない。それに
Me?
お前は警察官になりたくてなっただろ。それが羨ましかった。
Oh, so he used to look up to them, and then he saw that they were having difficulty, you know. He saw that there were people who shouldn't be wearing the badge, that they were having difficulty solving the X-Day stuff. And he sees his sister and he's like, oh, maybe not all of them are bad.
俺だって音楽で食っていきたいのに、親父は俺が家業を継ぐって決めつけてるし。お前はよくて、なんで俺だけって。
Oh, that's true too.
どうせ誰も俺の
That's
ことな
true
んか
too
見てく
because
れない
he
って
felt like he had to be, you know, taking over the family business. And like his sister could just do whatever the heck she wanted for a job, but he had only one job, one path. It's my fault for making you believe that I didn't care about you. But I was envious of you too, Kazuki.
Huh?
Ever since we were younger, I was never able to do anything as good as you. That's why Mom and Dad didn't have any expectations of me. Until I got to middle school, I thought maybe I shouldn't even exist.
Oh.
But then one simple thing changed my life. All I did was take a lost wallet over to the police box. The owner was so grateful. I'm gonna go ahead and snooze those ads. At the moment, I thought that maybe even I could help others. It could be anything. I just wanted to be useful to someone.
それがお前が警察官を目指した理由？
Yeah, it may seem simple to you because you're trying to do something bigger, like make a living with your music.
そんなことねえよ。現にお前はあの会場にいたみんなを助けてくれた。
Oh, I'm loving this conversation so much.
銃を持ってる相手に立ち向かうなんてかっけえじゃん。
Kazuki.
今日のライブは延期になったんだけどさ、今度やる日程が決まったら教える。だからその時はまた見に来いよ、姉ちゃん。
Huh? Kazuki, did you just...
俺、今日はアキトと一緒に一色さんの家に泊まるから。じゃあな。
Ah. He runs away, and it melds into a memory of us playing tag. Right? So he can smile. Back then, there was nothing that could separate us. I wonder if we'll be like that again. No matter what happens between us, we're still family.
お姉さん、
Oh, Akito. I thought Kazuki was with you.
ちょっと待っててもらってます。その
Why are you apologizing?
俺何もできなくて、和樹のこと任せるってお姉さんに言われたのに。
It's not your fault, Akito. That's not what I meant. And no one imagined that this would happen. I should be apologizing for putting you in that situation. Are you hurt at all?
はい。
Yes?
俺、和樹のことを守りますから。大事な友達なんです。もうあんな思いさせたくない。
Thank you, Akito. Don't worry about that. I'll be sure to protect you and Kazuki too, Akito. I'm a police officer, you know? So count on me whenever something happens.
はい。ありがとうございます。それじゃあ、また。
Yeah. All right. So that is where we are going to end for the day. All right. It is time for us to raid out because I am hungry. I am like, I can feel my stomach telling me it's time to eat. So, right? Isn't it such a great place to wrap up? They are finally letting Kazuki and Ichika have that brother-sister relationship. They're working through their issues. It is fantastic. We've likely solved or at least we're getting closer to solving the April-May cases. We have our main suspect. And now we just need Sayaki to pull through. Proud of me for enduring my first bad ending. Yes. Yes. I nearly cried. I couldn't handle I could not handle going through that bad ending again. I couldn't do it. So, I know exactly who we are going to raid. We are going to raid Just a Little Spark. If you are subbed, here is your raid message. Otherwise, here's your raid message. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Arizona time, which I believe is still currently on Pacific time until next month. I know, I am definitely not emotionally prepared for this at all. I'm not emotionally prepared for the others at all. Nope. Nope. So let me get this raid started. There we go. She is currently playing Palia, so it's a very chill game. Spark is fantastic. You guys have, and it's her birthday, so wish her a happy birthday. I think her birthday is not necessarily today, but I want to say it's Monday, and so she's celebrating today. So, you guys have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow, and always remember, God loves you, and so do I.